out. Check two, and we are live. Checking in with everybody in a very cold arena. Amy, come on down so you can start because I'm writing some stuff down. So here you go.
Chris has his notebook, writing down important details to share with you. So we are at the Downers Grove Ice Rink. I have never been here, and there's no protective glass that goes up all the way and no net. So the parents are in a little bit of danger here. So, yeah. No protective nets all the way around, only at the ends.
You want to come down to the front and broadcast, or do you want to do it?
I'm not sure. We're looking for that best position in the ice. So it's 7:45 game today. Everybody had to get up bright and early. I know some of our players that come from far away spent the night out here to make things a little bit easier on that commute. So we are in a very old rink. It is very cold, but it's hockey. So again, we just got to suck it up. So Highland Hills Jaguars are from Colorado, I believe.
Oh, I know. But, Abby Murphy, we love her. This is like Dennis Rodman when she's on your team.
So, Chris, did you get a little detail? Highland Hills is in Colorado, yes?
Highland Hills is in Colorado, and their girls just won the 14U state championship. So we're expecting a really competitive team here. The Highland Hills, I don't know Jaguars is the name of their team. They come into this tournament 37-10-2 with 164 goals for and only 74 goals against. And, of course, the Warhawks are coming in off of a round one game Thursday night where we beat the Chicago Mammoth 12-1, just an opening round of the Illinois State Tournament. Warhawks were in control of that game, and the rest of the state tournament will start on the round robin portion of the state tournament starts on February 20th. So the Warhawks, like I said, come in this game 38-8-4, 134 goals for and 10 goals against. This doesn't sound right. I have to double check that stat in a second. I might have just written that down wrong, but it could be close. And that's it. So we'll see. It was a 7:45 a.m. game, about 35-40 minutes outside of the city. So our girls are pretty tired.
We want to say hi to our friend Gail Mazzola, who's listening to this game. Hi, Gail. We'll have Risley in goal today, I believe, and we are out Aubrey Kroll today, who has a knee injury that she just basically needs to rest.
In hockey, they just say lower body injury.
Lower body injury, an unidentified lower body injury, which may keep her out for a couple weeks, but hopefully she'll be back to skate with us very soon. So the girls are gathered at the net, sticks are up in the air.
And Amy, can you explain exactly what this tournament is this weekend?
So this is the National Girls Hockey League, which is a league in addition to the Nihil League that we play in. So the NGHL has teams from all over the country. And the Warhawks are in this league, and a lot of the tournaments that we go to are sponsored by the NGHL. So the NGHL has two divisions, basically a Tier 1 division, which I believe is the red division, and then a Tier 2 division, which is the blue division, which is the division we're in. So this is the championship it's the divisional championship.
And one observation, the Jaguars seem a little short-benched, but we'll see how that works out. I'm only seeing maybe, 10, 12 skaters over there, which could mean that later on in the game, we'll see if they start to wear down or not. So Warhawks just missing one player, Aubrey Kroll. We're not sure how Coach Bill is going to shift the lines around, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. And we're about to get underway. We have 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, and then, God willing, the creek don't rise, we'll have the championship game on President's Day Monday. So the Zolna line is out with Zolna, Fazio, Akeda, McNiven, and McGuire back on defense, and pucks on the ice. Maddie Fazio had it for a second, but it's taken by the Jaguars in the neutral zone, and it's Zolna who pushes it down into the Jaguars zone. Shot across the crease, and it's knocked away by the Jaguars goalie. Akeda plays it in the near corner. Now, far corner now. It goes to the near corner where Fazio had it. She lost it on a pass to Zolna. To the point to McGuire. She pushes it back down, and the Warhawks are back on the forecheck. Puck is on the glass on the far boards at the half wall. Pass to center ice is picked off by Zolna. Now Fazio has it. Fazio in the right circle. She shoots. Nice shot blocked away by the Jaguars goalie. Fazio still has it. Here's Zolna on the forecheck. Jaguars kick it out, but Fazio has it at the circle. She spins it back down. Puck is behind the Jaguars net where Akeda's on the forecheck. Now the Jaguars lift it, and McGuire had it at the point. She lost it at the line. She pushes it over to McNiven. McNiven gains the line as the Jags go for a change. And now the Jaguars get it out, but McGuire has it. McGuire in the slot. She just lost it as it rolled off her backhand stick. It's in the Jaguars' corner. Now the Jaguars spinning around to the far side. It's still behind their net. Warhawks playing aggressive pressure. Jaguars get it out to the line, but not out. And it's kept in by Okoff. And now it's back down, and it's going to be Hyman freshly into the game. She's on the forecheck. Jags lifted. It's taken by, it looks like Johnston who keeps that in. And now Ukoff has it. She puts it around to Hyman. Hyman in the near circle, near corner, Ukoff has it. Ukoff tries to play it back down. It's intercepted by a Jaguars player. They're still trying to get it out, and they can't. And now the Jaguars just lift it out to center ice and down, and that's going to go for an icing. 13:09 left to go first period, no score.
So nice playing by our Warhawks there. They kept it in the Jaguar zone for that entire 2 minutes. So out on the ice right now, we have Ukoff on the faceoff, Hyman and Dina Cola on wing, Grzetich and Johnson back. So off the faceoff, Hyland comes out with it. It goes to center ice. It's going to be Grzetich who gets there. Grzetich chips it back to neutral ice to Ukoff. Ukoff makes an entry. She's battling on the board, so it's Ukoff and Hyman. Nice. Dina Cola was coming up the middle. She takes a nice shot that's blocked away by the Highland Hills goalie. So Warhawks still battling to keep the puck. It squirts out to neutral ice. Grzetich gets there first. She chips it back. Dina Cola almost had a chance there. Highland Hills sends it deep. Johnson is going to get that. Johnson skates it up. She passes it up to Vanslow. It's Vanslow in with Mihalovic. Vanslow bringing it up the boards back to neutral ice. Johnson sees that. Mihalovic chips it, tries to get it deep, doesn't quite go deep. Goes out to neutral ice. It's going to be Grzetich. Grzetich takes it deep, goes to the side of the net. Mihalovic hustling to get to that puck. It's going up the boards. Feynman stops that puck mid-ice. One player gets past, chipped, knocked away by Grzetich. Feynman tries to chip that up the boards. It goes into a Highland Hills player. They're battling on the boards. Highland Hills has it. They get a shot off. Grzetich sends that down. That's going to go for icing. So 11:49 left to play, and the score is 0-0.
Yeah, and for the last minute, Highland Hills had their two best chances. They actually got the puck deep down in the Warhawk zone, but they couldn't get any structure going there. So the Warhawks will have a face-off in their own zone, far circle. Zolna taking the draw with Russell and Feynman, Bridges, and Odell back. There's a shot by Highland Hills. It's knocked away by Risley. And now on the near boards, it's Russell bringing it out. She tries to push it to Zolna in the neutral zone, but Zolna couldn't get it. Highland Hills has it back in their own zone. Bridges playing some pressure. She gets a stick on it. Nice play. And now it's out to center ice. Here comes Highland Hills. Highland Hills coming through the neutral zone. They gain the Warhawks line. Feynman with a nice defensive play. She tries to play it off the boards. They play it along up the wall. Odell had it for a second, but she couldn't keep. Now Highland Hills has a chance. Feynman has it now. Feynman tries to play it to center ice, and it's just off the stick of Russell Bridges. Now Zolna makes a steal in the neutral zone. Highland Hills still has it, and now it's taken by the Jaguars. They're changing in the neutral zone. They take it back into their own zone. Bridges on the forecheck. Highland Hills coming out with speed now. Here they come through the neutral zone, through the red line. Now they gain the Warhawks line. There's a shot. Nice blocker save by Risley. And that player is the best player that we've seen on this Highland Hills team. She took that the length of the ice. And now it's dumped in by Zolna, and the Warhawks go for a change. It's Ikeda now in the forecheck in the corner. And now Fazio had it for a second. McNiven now has it in the high slot. She tries to backhand it in, and she can't, and she plays the puck back down into the far corner. Now it's to the line, kept in by McGuire. There's a shot. Blocker save by the Jaguars goalie, and the Jaguars have it. They're trying to bring it out again. They lollipop it off the wall, but McGuire has it at center ice. McGuire now coming through the neutral zone. McGuire gains the line far side. McGuire in the circle. She fires, and there's a pad save by the goalie. It's out in front now, and the Jaguars goalie covers that with 10:02 left to go. First period, no score.
Nice skating here by the Warhawks. Getting some shots on net. Strong play. They need to keep this up. 10:02 left. Dukoff's down for the faceoff. DiNicola and Hyman out on wing off the faceoff. Highland Hills controls. They are back behind the net. That goes up to McNiven. McNiven shoots it back to the near corner. Back behind the net. Hyman sees it. She takes a player off the puck. Highland Hills trying to come out with it. They're in front of the net. It's knocked away by Ukoff. Nice job there. Ukoff comes around to the back of the net. She's going to keep moving. She's got McGuire. McGuire takes a shot. Hits a couple sticks before it gets to the net. Ukoff with a nice back check. McGuire gets that off that back check. Neutral ice. Highland Hills coming around a corner. McGuire takes a player off the puck. Goes towards the goal. Blocked away by Risley. It's going to be Ukoff coming behind the net. Ukoff's going to skate. Ukoff's got the puck. She's coming up the ice. Ukoff still has it. Everybody waiting to enter. Offsides on Hyman. So they were battling on the blue line and waiting, and Ukoff hesitated to enter the zone, so we got caught offsides. So line change here. It's going to be Grzetic and Johnston are in. DiNicola, Porter, and Hyman are in. So Porter taking the faceoff at center. Off the faceoff, Warhawks get it into the Highland Hills zone. It is neutral ice. That's Grzetic who has the puck. Grzetic turns a corner. She's taken off the puck by two Highland Hills player. Porter in for help. Hyman's going to make an entry. Hyman's got DiNicola chasing to the net. Hyman can't get it off her stick. It goes to the opposite side of the ice. It's on the near boards here. Highland Hills coming through the neutral zone. Highland Hills player taking off the puck. Porter gets it to neutral ice. Gigi DiNicola takes it up the boards and then chases. Highland Hills takes it across. Johnson gets that puck. She sends it deep. She's got Vanslow and Porter hustling to that puck. Goes to neutral ice. Grzetic has that. Everybody clears the zone. Grzetic sends it on net. Blocked away by the goalie. It's net front for a second. Highland Hills trying to make an exit. Nice job. So Johnson sneaks in. Johnson has that puck. They're on a change. She's got to go. Porter tries to get that puck. Johnson in front of the player in neutral ice. She circles around, tries to send it up. It goes into the Jaguar zone.
Come on, Tessa.
Tessa giving chase. Jaguars have it behind their own net. Tessa in the corner trying to get a player off the puck. Zolna tried to came in and steal that puck. It's going to be Odell has it. Odell, she's got a chance here. She's going to make an entry. She gets by. She's going to get a shot. She takes a shot. It's a save. Nice shot by Brooklyn Odell. Saved by the Highland Hills goalie. Mihalovic is coming back in defense. Zolna on that back check. Nice job. Mihalovic sends it deep. It goes to the near corner. Highland Hills coming around. Zolna is there trying to keep it in. Feynman tried to come in. Players just clear the zone. Nice job. Feynman sends that puck in. Doesn't get deep. Stops on a Highland Hills player skate. It's going to be Zolna's going to have a chance here. She gets to her strong side. She's going to take a shot. That goes high over the net. It was blocked and just whistled high. So on the back of the boards, Bridges coming in for help. Bridges comes right in. She gets that puck. Sends it to a Highland Hills player. It's net front. Bridges gets that on the board. Sends it back. Russell behind the net. Russell battling with a Highland Hills player. Goes to the corner. Bridges sees that. Bridges, look, she's got Zolna. She tries to get it to Zolna. It's taken off. Zolna gets it. Zolna sends it towards the net. It goes wide. Zolna chases her own puck. It goes to neutral ice. It's chipped up. I believe that's going to go for icing. And it does. 6:24 left to play, 0-0.
So the Warhawks applying all types of pressure. We've seen this before. They got to get that puck across the line. 6:22 to go first period. Like I said, no score. And we're going down into the Jaguars zone in the far circle for the face-off. It's Ukoff, Fazio, Ikeda, McNiven, and McGuire. Face-off goes. It's lifted high, and McGuire does a great job of keeping that in, puts a shot on goal. Butterfly save by the goalie. Puck is in the far corner now. Jaguars have it. They try to get it out, but they can't. Fazio had it for a second, and now it's going to be Ukoff who comes away with it. McNiven keeps it in. Jaguars try to push it out to center ice. They do. Puck's going down. McGuire corrals that behind her own net. Now she's winding up. Here comes Maggie McGuire. We've seen this. Maggie gains the red line. Now she takes the Jaguars line. She's in the slot. Backhand shot. Just whistles wide. Fazio has it in the near corner. She tries to push it in the crease, and she can't. Now she plays it behind the goal, and the Jaguars goalie is able to corral that with a sharp angle shot. 5:41 to play first period. Lots of pressure by the Warhawks, but there's still no score.
Go Warhawks!
Ukoff on the face-off, holds a player up. Still chipped its net front, kind of Ikeda battling. It's chipped out to McGuire. McGuire chips it back to the corner. It's behind the net. Fazio going out for a change. Hyland Hills trying to exit. Ikeda on the back check here. It's going to be Ukoff. Ukoff is going to turn. Ukoff has it on the near boards. She chips it back behind the net to Ikeda. Ikeda taken off by a Hyland Hills player. It's going up the boards. McNiven has that. She sends it right back to that corner. Ukoff is there to receive it. Ukoff's in the corner. I like the setup. It goes to DiNicola. DiNicola sent it. It went through. It went 5-hole, but didn't make it back to the net. And there, we didn't have a player there to tip it in. We could see that puck just sitting right above the goal line. So Johnson sends that. It goes wide of the net. DiNicola hustling back. McNiven tries to keep. She does. Nice blue line keep. Hyland Hills trying to get it out. McNiven sees that. It sneaks out to neutral ice. Johnson sends it. Goes just wide of the net. DiNicola gets there. She sends it towards the net. Goes behind the net. Johnson there on the line. Nice play. Hyman takes the ball. Hyland Hill sends it around. McNiven sees that. She's going to come in fast. She goes behind the net. She's got DiNicola sneaking back to that defensive position on the boards. Puck gets out to neutral ice. Hyman has it. Hyman gets it to Porter. Porter could see the opening before she had the puck. So nice play by Johnson to take that puck away. They're on the boards. Up to Hyman is giving chase. They're right here on the near boards. Porter there. Porter's going to have a chance. Azzy Porter coming in. She takes a shot. Saved by the Hyland Hills goalie. It goes to neutral ice. Grzetich has that. Grzetich makes a move. Grzetich sends it deep. It's not going to go for icing. Vanslow giving chase. Vanslow and Mihalovic are there. Mihalovic getting there. Grzetich. They're on the boards. Puck is a little bit loose. They're battling. 3 Warhawks there. Hyland Hills comes out with it. They send it across ice, but they send it to Vanslow. Hyland Hills coming out with the chase. Nice poke by Georgie. Porter coming in. Porter making a move. Porter sends it across, trying to get it to Vanslow. It goes across ice. Vanslow in the corner. Mihalovic has that. Girls are battling here. Goes towards the net, and the goalie covers the puck. 3:08:00.
The Warhawks keeping up the pressure now, and now we'll get a fresh line in. Feynman back on defense with Odell, and we got the line of Zolna, Bridges, and Russell. There's a shot on goal. Blocker save, and it's in! I don't know who got the redirect, but a strong shot from the far circle. The goalie couldn't make a clean save, and it looked like Zolna put that in, although it's Russell coming down first in line. And the Warhawks put the biscuit in the basket with 3:02 left to go first period. Warhawks up 1-0. So now Zolna's taking the face-off. Puck is on the ice, and it's going to be Bridges who pushes that down into the Jaguars zone. She's first on it in the far corner, and now Bridges fighting with some Jaguars players, and the puck is to the half wall now, and the Jaguars bring it out, and they get past Feynman now. It's Odell back helping out. Odell corrals the puck behind her own net. She's in the circle, and then she pushes it out. Feynman takes it. Feynman up the wall, and it's golfed out by Bridges, taken down, and it's going to go for icing, a very slow icing that developed
Good hustle, 7-2.
very slowly. I don't know what else to say about that. So 2:28 to go first period, 1-0 Warhawks. Warhawks keeping up the pressure. Jaguars so far have not been able to get any structure. They've had a couple of chances just on breaks, but they haven't been able to get anything strong on goal.
On the faceoff, it's Ukoff, Ikeda, and Fazio. Couldn't get that off my tongue. McGuire has that back on her net. Nice change of direction. She's coming up the boards. She chips it up the boards. It's neutral ice. A Hyland Hills player gets it, but Ukoff sees that. She's going to chip that deep. She's at the red line, so should not go for icing. Goes around the back of the net. Fazio coming in with some speed. She takes a player off the puck. It's loose behind the net. Ikeda gets there. Hyland Hills player has that.
Get a body on her.
So Hyland Hills player coming around. Fazio on the boards, able to get that back in. McNiven was just past the blue line, so we're going to have an offsides call there. 1:57 left to play in this first period, 1-0. So Warhawks definitely have a little skip in their step this morning. Chris, I have to say so far, this is one of our best first periods that we've had.
Yeah, seen some good skating, but we still only have one goal, and we know what that can happen.
Yep, exactly. So off the face-off, both players trip. Johnson gets that. Johnson taking off the puck at neutral ice. Then Johnson sends it, and I believe that went out of play. So 1:45 left. Yeah, there's no netting in here. It's a little dangerous. Okay, off the face-off, just outside of the Hyland Hills zone. Ukoff on the face-off. She goes down. Ikeda gets it on the boards. Hyland Hills has it. They're going to send it across ice. Fazio there, back checking, taking a player, trying to take player off the puck. Hyland Hills coming up the boards. Hyland Hills trying to make an entry. She's swarmed. Taking off the puck. Grzetich has it behind their own net, passes it up to Fazio. Fazio sees coming up the boards. It's going to be Johnson. Johnson, Hyland Hills player gets in front of her, passing it back and forth. Hyland Hills having some stretch of nice passing. They need to, that puck goes back behind. It's going to be Ikeda. Ikeda is going to skate, try to get it to Ukoff. Ukoff, if she hustles, she can get there. Hyland Hills player gets there first. Ukoff still battling, though. They're behind the net. Ikeda's coming in for that back check. She stops the puck there. Still coming up the boards. They're trying to send it. Grzetich misses the puck, but she gets in front of the player. I think it was offsides there. So nice hustle by Grzetich, sending Hyland Hills to go offsides.
44 seconds to go for the first period. Warhawks with a 1-0 lead. And the Jaguars had a chance there. The faceoff will be just outside of the Warhawk zone in the near dot. And puck's on the ice, and it's controlled by the Jags. Jaguars gain the line up through center. There's a shot, pad save by Risley. And now it's down to center ice, and it's going to be Porter trying to corral the puck. She can't, but it's taken by Dina Cola. Dina Cola lifts the puck down into the Jaguars zone. 20 seconds to go for the period. It's to the line now, kept in by Feynman. She plays it back down to Porter, but the Jaguars bring her off the puck behind their own goal. They played up the near wall. Odell sneaking down. She makes the play at the half wall now, and it's to the line and out in center ice now. And Feynman corrals the puck. Here comes Feynman with 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, and she tries to leave it at the last minute for Dina Cola. Feynman tried to leave it there, but she couldn't. So good period by the Warhawks. I would have liked to see at least one more goal that period. They certainly controlled the tempo of that game. Majority of the time was spent in the Jaguars zone. Jaguars had a couple of opportunities just on some misplays by the Warhawks. Couple of shots on goal, but nothing that Risley couldn't handle. And I have to say the Warhawks came out with some urgency, and we saw some good skating that period.
We did. We need to just keep that up for the remaining 2 periods for sure. So Highland Hills they have the one defensive player, the really tall girl. I have no idea what her name is. Her ponytail covers her last name on the back of her jersey. But they have some really strong shooters and they're defensive players from what I'm saying. So we need to definitely stay on top of that. We've done a great job back checking in that period. Had lots of shots on net, lots of chances. So they have to keep up that pressure. And again, this is where the Warhawks have a long bench. We have 17 skaters today. So I think Highland Hills has 12. And as the game goes on and people get tired, that definitely comes into play, especially at this early morning hour. It is cold in here, so I think everybody's alert. I said even the players, it's hard to slack off because you're spending a lot of energy keeping your body warm. So Coach Bill is up on the bench, giving some last-minute instructions for that second period. Warhawks will head in with a 1-0 lead. Everybody coming in. Risley doing a great job in goal so far. It's going to be McNiven and McGuire out on defense, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, McNiven, McGuire. And then it's going to be Hyman, Porter, and DiNicola. So Warhawks will be moving from right to left on your screen for the second period. It's going to be Azzy Porter at center for the faceoff. So the player I was talking about earlier is Schumann, number 9 for Highland Hills. So that goes to DiNicola. DiNicola sends it deep behind the net. Hyman giving chase. It's going to go up the boards, trying to get there. Nice play by Hyman to knock it back towards the net. Porter getting in front of a player. Porter takes the player off the puck. Nice job. It goes to McGuire. McGuire sends it back to McNiven. McNiven sends it up to, trying to get it to DiNicola. Bounces off DiNicola's stick, but Azzy Porter's there to keep it in. That slips out, goes back to McGuire. McGuire gets it in deep. It's back behind the net. You have DiNicola coming in and Hyman. Hyman sticks it away. DiNicola has it, trying to get it centered. DiNicola trying to stay on that puck. She's got a Highland Hills player on her. Highland Hills coming around back. Porter takes that player off the puck. Gigi makes a nice play to knock that puck away. Behind the net, that's a Schumann player trying to get it out. It's off the boards. And it's going to go to McGuire. McGuire. Yep. We escaped an offsides call there. Vansel coming up the boards. Chipped in by, Mihalovic has a backhanded. Mihalovic sent it to the net. It was a save by the goalie. Battling back behind the net, trying to come out with it. Vansel ends up coming with. It's going to be Zolna who sees that, tries to get it net front. She's still battling for that puck. She's back behind the boards. She has it. She takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. Bounces in front of the goalie. Vansel trying to keep it in. McNiven keeps it in. McNiven was just outside of the blue line. Offsides. 13:21 left. Still 1-0.
So Warhawks keeping up the pressure here to start the second period. And we're going to have Johnston and Grzetich back on D, with Ukoff, Russell, and Bridges on the far side. Face off just outside the Jaguars zone. Far dot. And 13:21 second period. Warhawks still up 1-0. The puck's on the ice now, and it's into the Jaguars zone where Bridges had it for a second. Now they're fighting for it. Ukoff, it's played down. Bridges still fighting for it. She kicks it behind the Jaguars net. Puck spins around to the near wall. Ukoff keeps it in, and Russell's going to control that in the near circle. She tries to put it in the slot. Nothing happening. Grzetich comes in with the keep. Jaguars have it. They try to lift it to this neutral zone, and they do. And now Grzetich has it in the neutral zone, and she's able to lollipop it back down. Girls are playing ping pong in the neutral zone. Johnston here right in front of us. Russell comes away with it. She slammed. No call there. And that was clearly a check and legal hit. No call. Refs are letting them play here. Johnston has it back in her own zone. She tries to push it along to Russell, who has it. She'll gain the line near side. She's in the Jaguar zone in the slot, but Bridges couldn't control that on her backhand, And now the Jaguars have it. They try to lift it out. Johnston's going to keep that in and play it back down into the near corner. Now the Jaguars come away with it, and they try to take it across ice. Grzetic has a play on that. She keeps it and fires. It's blocked by a Jaguars player. Nice defensive play. Puck is in the far circle. Now it squirts over to the near boards where the Jaguars play it, and they try to lift it out to center ice, and they do, but Grzetic will control that in the neutral zone. She corrals the puck. She slips it up to Ukov, who just rolls off her stick. Puck still in the neutral zone. Grzetic plays that back into the Jaguar zone, cross ice, and it's going to be Akeda on the forecheck. She had to control. It's out front, and now the Jaguars goalie with a nice save. Now Ukov behind the net. She's looking. Ukov looking. She lifts it to Grzetic at the point. Grzetic in the high slot. She gets it back down to Fazio. She shoots it across the crease. Nothing happened. Controlled by Ukov in the near circle. Ukov still dancing with the puck. Plays it back down. And now it's Akeda with the puck in the slot to Ukov. She fires. Pad saved by the Jaguars goalie. And the Jaguars lift it out to center ice and just shoot it down to get a break. Great pressure by the Warhawks. But this Jaguars goalie standing on her head with a couple of great saves. So with 11-12 to go in the second period, Warhawks still up 1-0, but they're knocking on the door.
Okay, it's going to be Odell Feynman back on defense. Porter in at center, Fazio and Ikeda. And so Porter off that face-off. Puck is still loose. It goes to the corner. Hyland Hill's trying to get it out. Feynman cheats up. Kept in. Fazio back. Nice by Fazio. That was offsides. Feynman gets that behind the net. She circles up. She gets it to Ikeda. Ikeda passes it to neutral ice, but the Hyland Hills intercepts it. Porter sees that. Porter's trying to get past the player. Porter hustles it, gets it net front. She had Fazio there, but couldn't get the timing right. Fazio takes the player off the puck. It's kept in. Highland Hills has it. Get back! Get back. So back check. Nice, Olivia. Olivia with a nice back check to stop the momentum of that player. That's the one player we need to watch. Feynman gets that, shoots it up the boards, goes into the Highland Hills zone. No icing there. Hyman trying to get to the puck. Player can't quite get out the state. It's going to be Dina Cola. Dina Cola sends it towards the net. It's a scoop softball save by the goalie. So 10-16 left to play. 1-0 Warhawks.
And anything can happen. That's why the Warhawks need to get another one across the line. We've seen players get beat at the last moment. We've seen pucks go off skates. So the Warhawks need to take some of this pressure and turn it into a goal. Zola taking the face-off in left circle in the Jaguars zone. Hyman controls that, plays it back down. Now Dina Cola has it. Dina Cola dancing in the far circle. She plays it back down. Hyman controls it behind the Jaguars net. Jaguars take her off the puck, but Zolna's there. Zolna plays it now. Hyman still has it behind the Jags net. She tries to play it to the line, and that one slips out past McNiven. And now there's a race for the puck back in the Warhawks zone. McNiven recovers, and we're going to see a penalty, and I'm not exactly sure what happened there. McNiven beat her to the puck, and somehow we're going to get a call for interference. And the Warhawks are going to go to the penalty kill. The Jaguars go to their first power play with 9:51 to go in the second period. And I'm confused about that call. So Zolna, Hyman, and Johnston, and I'm not sure who that other defender is back, but it looks like Grzetic. And the face-off will be in the Warhawks zone in the far circle. Another questionable call, or a questionable call, but that's how we are. And now the puck tries to play it to the crease. The Warhawks had a chance to clear that, but they didn't. There's a shot on goal. Risley's able to control that. Grzetic spins it around to the near boards, and now the puck is misplayed by the Jaguars. And there we go to Zolna. Zolna gains the line short. She puts it over to the center, and Hyman just couldn't get there in time. And now Hyman has it. Jaguars trying to get it out of their own zone. And they control it now, but it's to the line where Johnston has it. She whiffs on the puck, trying to spin it back down, and it's still at the line, and it's out to center ice. And now the Jaguars have it, and they gain the Warhawks line in the far side. And now they're back behind the Warhawks goal, spinning it around, and we're looking for a shot. It's to the point. That's their best player. She fires, but that's wide of the net. 3 seconds left to go on the penalty, and it's taken by Zolna. Zolna controls it. She brings it out, plays it off the wall and down. She's chasing with a player, and now it's back to the Jaguars with 25 seconds left, and now it's taken, nice play by Georgie. Jaguars are going to take that back in their own zone again, and the players being hectored there by Vanslow. Ukoff is in the game, and they put it across. It's taken by Johnston, cleared, and she puts it back down in the Jaguar zone with 10 seconds left on the penalty. And now the puck is lifted high off the glass. Johnston couldn't control it, and it goes down the ice. Georgie's back with the Jaguars player on in her own zone, and she tries to spin, but she can't. Now Georgie fighting with a player in the boards. She pushes her into the boards, no call. Looked like a clean play to me, and now it's played up to the line and out. Jaguars played across ice in the neutral zone. Vanslow is there, and we're at full strength, both teams. Puck is in at the blue line, and now it's in the neutral zone, and now it's taken by Ukoff. Ukoff gains the line, and it's taken by Vanslow. She shoots, and a great glove save by the Jaguars goalie. So still 1-0 Warhawks second period. Warhawks killed off that penalty pretty nicely. Almost had a shorthanded goal, so with 7:51 to go second period, 1-0 Warhawks.
Feynman Odell in on defense. Ukoff on the faceoff. Vanslow and Mihalovic at wings. Ukoff on the faceoff. Puck is dropped. Hyland Hills has it behind their own net. They shoot up the boards. Feynman sees that. She cheats in. Keeps it in the corner. She's behind the net. Feynman staying behind the net, battling with Vanslow. Mihalovic is back on defense. Mihalovic sneaks in. Feynman goes back to her defensive position. Nice passing back and forth. Ukoff has it behind the net. Ukoff is trying to get off the puck. Goes up to Feynman. Feynman takes a shot. Odell gets that. Odell takes a shot. Nice glove save by the Hyland Hills goalie. So Odell takes a nice shot off that rebound, and nice save by the Hyland Hills goalie.
Yeah, shot by Feynman, got through the first layer, blocked away, went right to Odell, who fired it, and a nice glove save by the Jaguars goalie, who's definitely been tested today. So Porter's going to take this draw with Russell and Bridges, McGuire, and McNiven back. It's in the right circle in the Jaguars zone. Now the Jaguars have it behind their own net. Puck's in the slot. Porter had a shot, but she couldn't control it. And now here come the Jaguars out through the neutral zone. A lot of space being given by the Warhawks defenders through the neutral zone. And the Jaguars still haven't shown me, besides that one defensive player, that they can skate well enough to be given that much respect. Now the Warhawks push it down into the Jaguars zone, where their best player plays it off the boards. It's not a McNiven. She puts it back down. A redirect almost by Bridges there. Now it's in the crease, and it's controlled by the Jaguars, sticked away by the goalie. Kept in. It's in the high slot now. Porter trying to control it. Jaguars player tumbles down. Bridges leaves it for McGuire, who's looking at the goal. She misplays it. It goes out to center ice. She controls it. She's driven off the puck by a Jaguars player. She tries to play it back down, but she can't. Now the Jaguars do a good job of playing it across ice, and they just golf it down into the Warhawk zone. McGuire has it now. Jaguars were in a change. Here comes McGuire out. She plays it up the board. She gains the line left side. Now she shoots, and a pad save by the Jaguars goalie. It's to the line. It's controlled by Maddie Fazio, and she plays it back down. Akeda first there on the forecheck, and the Warhawks all over that again. Porter had it for a second, and she lost it. McGuire, she takes a clapper, almost redirected by Porter, but she's just a little bit wide. Jaguars trying to play it up the far boards now to the line, but the Warhawks are able to keep it in. And it's still in the far corner now, up to the far boards, half wall, now played to center ice. Again, a lot of space given by the goalie. A reverse hit now on McNiven, but she drives the Jaguars player off the puck back in the Warhawk zone. It's sent along to Akeda. Now Zolna takes it through center ice. She gains the red line. She backhands it down deep, and she's first on it behind the Jaguars goal. Now she's driven off the puck. It's Fazio. She tries to put it out front. She can't. Backhand tried by Akeda. It's still in front. Fazio had it for a second. She'll control it behind the goal. It's in the slot, and it's shot by Akeda, and she scores. And with 5:06 to go in second period, a great play by Maddie Fazio. She put it to Akeda in the slot, and she puts the biscuit in the basket. 2-0 Warhawks.
Excellent play. Excellent play. Relentless on that puck. Fazio, Ikeda, Zolna, just not giving up, constantly chasing the puck, getting available net front. Ikeda had a little bit of time. She had players by the net blocking the goalie's view. Nice shot. So off the face-off, it goes into the Highland Hills Jaguar zone. Zolna giving chase. Zolna to the corner, takes a player off the puck. Ikeda coming in. That goes to Zolna again. Zolna looking. She's going to get a shot. Maybe she can't get to her strong side. She's going around. Grzetic keeps that in just on the blue line. Goes around the back of the net, near corner to Ikeda. It's going to be Dina Cola and Ikeda in the corner. Ikeda gets that. Ikeda coming out, trying to get a shot. It goes across the crease. There's nobody there to receive it. Zolna on that puck. She gets there, takes a player off the puck. Everybody hustling in. Zolna on the corner, chasing after that puck, not letting that player off. Puck still loose. Dina Cola is going to come out with it. Dina Cola takes it across the back of the net. Johnson sees that puck. She's going to put a shot on net. She does. Oh, and then, yes! So Johnson took a shot. We had Ukov coming in right at the right time. Ukov takes that high and puts that
In the basket.
Yes, great job. 3-0, 4:12 left to play, second period.
The Warhawks are really starting to get some good space in the slot now. And while the Jaguars goalie has been very solid in net, a couple of leaks and the bounces are going the Warhawks' way. So Ukov taking the draw with Hyman, Odell, and Feynman has the puck. Now Feynman gains the red line, and she tries to put it deep. She cannot get it past the goalie, the Jaguars player, but it goes back behind the Jaguars goal anyway. Hyman has it. She puts it out front. Puck was there for a second, and it was Gigi who couldn't get a play on it. And now the Jaguars spinning around to the far boards where Ukov controls it, and now it's taken by the Jaguars. Feynman has it. Feynman tries to put it on net. It's blocked by a Jaguars player. Hyman has it now. Hyman at the half boards, and down the wall is Feynman. Feynman puts it in the slot for Dina Cola. Dina Cola was on her backhand. She couldn't get a shot off. Ukov has it now. Ukov playing it in the corner. Jaguars players on the ice now, and Ukov is still there with Dina Cola. Puck, nobody knows where the puck is, and it looks like it's in the equipment of a Jaguars player in a little bit of a Houdini there, and now we'll have a face-off. With 3:25 to go, second period, it is 3-0 Warhawks, and Warhawks pressure now as the game wears on and you start to get tired. You start to see some of those checks in the slot not being as close as they were in the first period. The Warhawks are getting some opportunities. So face-off is taken by Ukov. Now Jaguars have it. Ukov controls it, though. There's a shot, and it's knocked away. Ukov still has it now. Ukov looking. Ukov now to Hyman. Hyman now spinning it back. She tries to put it in the slot to Ukov. There's a shot, and Ukov puts the biscuit in the basket and scores. So the Warhawks really taking control of this game, and that's what I was talking about. Those checks in the slot just not as close as they were in the first period. And Warhawks are getting space. They're playing it into the slot very well, and they're starting to capitalize off of it. 3:10 to go, second period. 4-0 Warhawks.
No letting up here. Porter on the faceoff. It's going to be Vancel Mihalovic out with McNiven and McGuire back on defense. Porter down for the faceoff. It goes back to a Highland Hills player. They try to take it across ice. Nice keep by Porter off her skate. It was Vancel with a nice back check. Vancel, it's going to be McGuire picks that up. McGuire sees it. McGuire's taking out the puck. She's tripped a little bit, but it's not called. Vancel and Porter neutral ice. They send it into the Jaguar zone. Jaguar player has it in front of the net trying to get it out. So nice Mihalovic and McNiven stop the puck. McNiven sends it deep back behind the net. It's going to be Vanslow and Porter getting there. They're in the corner. Player takes it in front of the crease. It's going to be McGuire sees that. She gets it. McGuire circles around. She passes it up to Mihalovic. Mihalovic can't see where that went to. They're on the boards battling. McNiven getting a nice position. It's chipped deep by Mihalovic. She chases it back behind the net. We got Mihalovic. Great job. Vanslow in for the help. Vanslow gets it to McNiven. McNiven can't get it off her stick. Highland Hills player. McNiven takes a player off the puck. Nice play by Hannah. Right. You see Mick Niven, if a puck gets past her, she hustles right back to that puck. We had that play the last time that she got called for a penalty, which I did not see was a penalty. Porter takes it out. It's chipped to the neutral zone. It's going to be Russell. Nope. Yep, it's Russell. Russell circling around. McGuire sees that puck. She keeps it in. McGuire tries to bring it past a player, tries to toe drag, but it's taken by a player. Nice hustle by Bridges. Bridges and Porter hustling to that puck in the neutral zone. And McNiven up the boards, chips that right into Bridges. Right into the chest of Zoe Bridges. Jocelyn had that for a second. Hyland Hills has it behind their own net. They're trying to exit the zone. Players skating by. Nice play, taken off the puck by McGuire. Grisetta chips that deep. It goes for icing. So 1 minute left to play in the second period. North Shore Warhawks 4, Hyland Hills Jaguars 0.
And the Warhawks really grinding the Jaguars down here. All that pressure from the first period is resulting in a lot of freedom in the slot in front of the Jaguars' goal, even though their goalie's played a really, really solid game. And now the puck goes into the far circle in the Warhawk zone, but it's going to be Fazio who comes away with it and brings it out. She's ridden down, but she's up. Zolna takes it, and Zolna pitchforks that down into the Jaguars zone. Behind the net, Akeda fighting for it. Akeda comes away with it, backhands it. It's right out front. She had a chance. Now there's a shot by Johnston. She came in and cleaned up that trash, and she puts the biscuit in the basket. So Akeda had it. She tried to wrap around on her backhand, but she couldn't get it across. The puck squirted into the left circle on the goalie's glove side, and Johnston was able to drill it. And that's just a defensive player recognizing that there's no one back and taking the space and putting that across the line. So with 34 seconds to go in the second period, Warhawks are up 5-0 now. Zolna taking the draw. Puck's on the ice, and it's Fazio tried to control it. She can't. Now the puck is ping-pong down into the Jaguars zone. Nice stick lift there by Ukov. And now Zolna has it. She's on her backhand. She tries to flick it. She can't get it off. Zolna still has it. Zolna in the circle. Zolna looking. She gets it to Johnson at the line, and we're going to have puck. The net came off the moorings. And with 15 seconds left to go in the second period, 5-0 Warhawks. Scoreboard's only showing 4. Am I right? 5-0? Yeah. Okay. Warhawks in control. Feynman and Odell back with Hyman, Ukov, and Dina Cola. And face off now. Puck is on the ice, and it's taken out by the Jaguars. Nice defense by Feynman, and the Jaguar player only had an opportunity to kind of flick that down ice, and it's going to go for icing. So we'll bring it all the way back down with 7 seconds to go in the second period, and face off in that same circle, near circle, in the Jaguar zone. Ukov taking the draw. Puck's on the ice. She puts it near the net, and the Jaguars goalie slides way out in front of the blue paint to cover that one. So 3 seconds off the clock, and we'll have 4 seconds left, and we'll do this again. Third face-off from that same circle. Puck's on the ice. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it. Oh! And puck leaked out at the last minute on net, but the Jaguars goalie was paying attention, and she was able to go down in the butterfly and make that save. So the pressure that the Warhawks put on in the first period really started to pay off in the second as they put a crooked number on the board and scored 4. And Risley's been tested a couple of times, but really nothing that she couldn't handle. A couple of good shots. What we're seeing, I think, is the Warhawks playing really well between the checks. Some of the defense for the Jaguars showed early on in the crease hasn't been as tight. I'd like to see the Warhawks defensive players get a little bit tighter gaps as the Jaguars bring it through the neutral zone. But so far, the back checking of the Warhawks forwards has really nullified any attempts at rushes by the Jaguars. They have that one defensive player, Schumann, I think, who is a really good skater Amy, and she has a strong shot, but you get a body on her, and that's what I'm talking about, the gap control. You got to get a body on her coming out of her zone into the neutral zone to slow her down.
I agree. I agree with you, Christian. No, right. I only agree once a year, and this is it. No. Warhawks ready. Coach is telling them not to let up. Highland Hills definitely has some great skaters, some strong shots. So Warhawks need to keep up the pressure in this third period. I will say, Chris, that's the best 2 periods of consecutive hockey that I have seen the Warhawks play all season, especially being periods 1 and 2.
I don't know if I'd say all season, Amy, but we are seeing some play that we really appreciate. I think that getting the puck behind the net and playing it into the slot, we've seen that consistently this period, and it's really paid off.
I said the best 2 consecutive periods. It isn't like necessarily the best hockey I've seen them play, but
Valentine's Day's not over yet.
That's right. It's going to be Ukoff, Hyman, DiNicola out with Odell and Feynman on the faceoff.
Let's go, Warhawks!
So Warhawks bench is up. They're excited. They're hyped. And off the faceoff, Ukoff takes him off the puck, gets it to Odell. Odell passes it up to DiNicola. DiNicola gets it. She chips it. It goes back behind the net. Hyman coming in strong. Brooklyn makes the next choice to get in front of the player there on defense. Feynman keeps that on her backhand. She shoots it back around the net. DiNicola trying to get in front of that player. Nice job by Gigi there. She's taken off her feet, but Warhawks still have the puck. It goes back to Gigi, who got up. She gets it net front. It was a nice try. Odell passes that back to Feynman. Feynman chips that in. Goes off the stick of a Highland Hills player. So Warhawks couldn't keep that in. Highland Hills coming in. It's going to be Mihalovic getting that puck. Mihalovic gets it. Mihalovic chips it up the boards. It goes deep. Feynman coming off the ice. McGuire coming in. It's going to be Ukoff who has that behind the net. Highland Hills trying to come out. It goes to Odell. Odell takes a shot. That goes wide of the net. Mihalovic giving chase. Mihalovic still chasing. It goes off the skate of a player, and it's stopped by the goalie. That one could have trickled in there, but the Highland Hills goalie was definitely paying attention.
So 13:35 to go now with a running clock. Warhawks up 5-0. Faceoff is going to be in the Jaguars zone in the near circle. Vanslow, Porter, Mihalovic, McNiven, and McGuire. And it's going to be Vanslow controls it in the right circle. Now Jaguars have it behind. They put it up, and Porter has it. Porter in the circle dancing. She puts a shot there, and Mihalovic had an opportunity to put a stick on that and just couldn't get it. McGuire now controls it, and McGuire was looking to get it in the slot, and she couldn't. Now Porter is pushed off the puck. Porter sandwiched in the near corner, being held down, and Vanslow is there to help. And now the puck is to the line, but not out. Mihalovic trying to get it. McNiven controls that, lifts it off the boards, back into the zone. Porter has it. She flicks it off the boards, and now in the near circle, she has it. Now she's behind the Jaguars net. She's trying to play it down to Vanslow, but Vanslow is going to come away with it. Her stick was tied up. No call there. Come on, ref. Can we get one? Puck is still in the corner now. The Jaguars players trying to muscle it out, and they control it. Now they'll bring it out of the zone. McGuire on defense as it comes through center ice. Nice stick by Maggie McGuire, and she trips a player. And that's one of those plays where a lot of space coming through the neutral zone, and as the player tried to play it past McGuire and down, McGuire's stick just got in her skates. I don't think that Maggie really meant to do that. It just happened that the Jaguars player caught her at the right time. So with 12:04 to go, the Jaguars will go to their second power play.
So we have Zolna on the faceoff. Zolna, Bridges, McNiven, and Grzetich out. Grzetich, back corner, chips that up, trying to get that out. Zolna trying to tie the player up. The puck goes out of play. So 11:52 left to play. The clock is running. I don't know if that's on purpose. I think it is, right? Okay. Shot goes wide of the net. So we have a running clock now, I think, when the deficit is 5-0 in the third period. So McNiven sends that deep. Bridges giving chase. Bridges gets there with the Highland Hills player. Bridges ends up with that puck. Nice job. She gets it net front, but we didn't have a player there because we're on the power kill. Penalty kill. So that sneaks back in. Grzetic sees it. She sends it across ice to take some time off that clock. There's 40 seconds left in the penalty, 11-12 left in the period. Highland Hills coming around. Bridges, nice job. Bridges goes down. She's got to get out of the zone. She gets out. Nice job. Zolna trying to get there. Zolna, the one-woman wrecking crew, is going. McNiven gets that. McNiven's going to the corner. McNiven changes direction. McNiven's looking to see who she can pass it to. She's still battling on the board. She gets it out. Goes to Zolna. Zolna going to take a shot. That shot is blocked by the goalie. It bounces in front. It sneaks to neutral ice now. It's going to be Grzetic on the puck. She's skating around. 3 seconds on the penalty. The penalty is over. Full strength. Warhawks still battling. It's in the Jaguar zone. Russell comes off the bench. Hustling in. She takes a player off the puck. Highland Hills comes out with it. Ukroff sees that. Ukroff takes a player out. Ukroff is taken off the puck. It takes two of them to get her. Now she has it again in the corner. She's looking. Vivian's battling on the boards. That's her favorite position. She ends up gets knocked off of her feet, but she gets up. She's got help from Russell. Highland Hills comes out with it. They're back behind their own net. Nice job by Fazio. Fazio battling now on the boards. Fazio holds that puck on her skate. It sneaks out. Highland Hills has it. They're trying to make an exit. One player gets it. It's Odell and Grzetic back. Player takes a nice shot, strong shot. It bounces in front of the goalie. Odell has it. Odell coming up the boards. Odell's going to keep going. Odell has that puck. She's going to come in. She's looking for a pass. She goes around the back of the net. She's taking off the puck. Chips up. Johnson gets that. Johnson sends it back. Russell sees it back behind the net. Russell collects it. She's got Fazio. Someone's switching off. It's going to be Porter's coming in. So they're back behind the net. 2 players down. And the ref whistles it dead with 9:12 left to play in a running clock.
So Warhawks still in control. I think the Jaguars are just trying to get anything to get some momentum to go into game 2. A goal here would be big for them. Couple of great shooters on this team, but you got to have more than that. You got to get the puck in an advantageous spot. So coming up on 8:30 to go with the running clock, and the puck plays high in the air, and it's kept in. Fazio has it. She puts it on net. Stick save by the Jaguars goalie. Ikeda has it. She tries to leak it out and can't. Johnston still with the puck, and she plays it cross ice. It's into the near corner now behind the Jaguars goal line. And it was Ikeda who tried to fight that, and here comes out of the zone. Nice back check by Porter, and there's going to be an offsides call there. So Azzy Porter really still hustling up 5-0. 8 minutes left on the running clock, and the Warhawks will go for a change. Feynman and McGuire back now, and Hyman, Zolna, and Dina Kola are in. Zolna's taking this draw just outside of the Warhawks zone in the near dot. Puck's on the ice, and it's controlled by Zolna. Here comes Zolna through center ice. She gains the red line. Now she takes the Jaguars line on the far side. It's in the slot, and Hyman tried to turn on it and take a shot, but she couldn't really get a good. It was on the heel of her stick, and it's up the wall now. And here come the Jaguars out again. A lot of space given by Feynman on that far side. Flicked in by the Jaguars, and it's going to be McGuire. Feynman now has it. Here comes Feynman out. She pushes it up to Hyman. Hyman cross ice to Dina Kola. Dina Kola across the red line. She gains the line, and she puts it down low into the corner. Warhawks for the forecheck. Hyman's first there. Dina Kola had it for a second, but the player now, Dina Kola, has it back in the circle. She's looking. She puts it on net, but it's a little bit wide. And now it's going to be Hyman. Feynman coming down the wall, and she's able to keep it in. Feynman and Hyman battling for it with the Jaguars player. And now Zolna comes in. Zolna has it in the circle. Zolna fighting with the Jaguars player still in the corner, and now it's to the line. The puck gets past Micah, who wasn't able to keep it in, but McGuire's back to help. McGuire has it, back in her own zone, takes it behind her net for some space. She tries to put it up to Dina Cola. It just rolled off her stick, and she lost it. Now Dina Cola puts it through center ice, and the puck is going down. That's not going to make it for icing because of all the snow chips in the corner. And now the puck is coming out, and now the Jaguars player, she has some speed. This is another one of their good skaters. She tries to put it on her forehand and can't. Puck at neutral ice now. Jaguars get it back, trying to get Annie. McGuire with a nice stick lift. Here's McGuire. She fires and scores! Maggie McGuire with 6:10 to go in the third period. Great stick lift by McGuire on a Jaguars player trying to bring it through center ice. And then she got around the player into the left circle, more in the slot, and she just fired it over the goalie's glove side high and was able to put that in. So 6-0 Warhawks with 5:45 to go in a running clock.
Mihalovic, Ukov, and Vansel out there hustling out the faceoff. Goes back behind the Highland Hills net. Ukov. Nice job. Vansel back with Ukov. Vansel hustling to that puck. Highland Hills trying to get it out. It goes up. Highland Hills makes an exit. They're trying to bring it in. That's offsides. It's not called. Oh, it is called. So offsides was called a little bit late. But Highland Hills was passing and they had a player cross that blue line. 5:10 on the running clock. 6-0, your North Shore Warhawks are leading. So they're going to come back to the far dot, neutral zone. Ukov down on the faceoff. Mihalovic, Vansel still on wing. Puck goes out to McNiven. McNiven coming up the boards. McNiven's going to skate. She goes up the board. She chips it off trying to get by. She's going to keep going. McNiven still has it. Tries to get it to Vanslow. Vanslow takes a player off the puck. Nice play by Violet. That's going to be Grzetich. Grzetich is held, but she still gets that puck back behind the net. So Warhawk still battling. Mihalovic goes down. Vansel has it. She's got Ukov in the slot, but McNiven sees it. McNiven comes in. McNiven takes a shot low. And a nice save by the Highland Hills goalie. 4:20 left on that running clock.
Warhawks will come away with this victory today. A great game. Tough first period, but the Warhawks' pressure in that first period really set the tone for the rest of this game. And really wore this team down. So Porter takes the draw in the Jaguars zone. Jaguars have it behind their own goal line. It's in the near corner. And nice play by Porter. Pucks to the line and out. Odell has it. Odell at center ice, taking some space and time. Brings it into the middle. She's driven off the puck. Warhawks have to watch that, just making sure that they don't put pucks in dangerous areas against some better teams that might be going the other way. So a little bit of ping pong going on in center ice. Porter has it. Cross ice now. Off the wall to Odell. Odell just lollipops that down into the Jaguars zone with 3:25 to go for the game. Again, 6-0 Warhawks. And Jaguars have it back in their own zone. They try to play it up the wall. Flicked off the wall and out of the zone. Center ice now. Bridges has it. Tries to play it back down, and she does. And the Jaguars will have to go to collect that one with 3 minutes coming up on to play. And now Jaguars put it in the slot. Nothing happening. Puck is kicked out. Porter now. Nice back check by Porter. Jaguars still gain the line, but that's going to be an offside. So we're down to 2:50 to go. 6-0 Warhawks.
It's going to be about 2:30 left to play by the time we get to the faceoff. McGuire and Feynman back on defense. It's going to be Zolna, Fazio, Ikeda near dot right in front of us for the faceoff. Puck comes out. It's taken by the Jaguars at the moment. Jaguars trying to make an entry up the boards. Ikeda ties up that puck. You couldn't even see where it was. It's going to be Zolna comes out with it. Zolna and Fazio. It's going to be 2-on-2. Zolna gets past one. Zolna coming skating around. Zolna trying to get net front. She backhands it. Oh, the goalie makes a save. The puck bounces. I'm not sure what the call was. Did he whistle that dead? I'm not sure. I think the goalie or the ref did whistle it dead. Yeah, I think the goalie or the ref lost sight of the puck and whistled it dead. It's going to go to Feynman coming in on the boards. Puck is tied up. Ikeda sends that towards the board. Zolna takes a nice hard shot. Nice save by the Highland Hills goalie. So Zolna takes a hard shot. Goalie makes a nice save. 1:35 left to play on that running clock.
So face-off, they're going to switch circles now. It's into the Jaguars zone in the near circle. Zona, Fazio, Ikeda, McGuire, and Feynman out. 1:25, and now it's to the point to McGuire. She fires. It's just wide of the goal. Puck goes over to the far side. It's in the corner now. Back to Fazio. Fazio in the slot. She puts a soft shot in. A little bit of a biscuit on goal, and that's just covered down by the Jaguars goalie. 6-0 Warhawks with a minute left, and the Warhawks will take their final change of the game. McNiven and Grzetich are going to be back with Hyman, Ukoff, and Dina Kola. Dina Kola has had a lot of ice time, and she's had a really solid game. She may not show up on the score sheet, but she's been all over the ice doing just what she's doing now, to the slot to Ukoff, who had a shot but couldn't get it down low enough. Dina Kola again on the forecheck, just being a menace in there and knocking players off that are twice her size, just making plays, getting up and doing it again. Now the puck's to center ice to Grzetich, 25 seconds. Grzetich has it, and she just plays it back down low. 20 seconds to go for the game, 6-0 Warhawks. Dina Kola again drives a player off the puck. Nobody's there to pick it up, but the Jags will bring it out, looking for something with 10 seconds. They play it down low. Risley pad save. The puck is in the corner in the Warhawk zone. Ukoff has it, plays it to the far boards with 3, 2. There's a shot lifted, and Risley's pads that away. So good morning, skate. Warhawks win 6-0. Any final words?
I'd like to say, Christian, that the Warhawks have scored in their last 2 games 18 goals, which part of our season, like, we need to put more pucks in the net. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Thanks for joining us. I think we're back at 2 o'clock. What time's our game?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Warhawks win 6-0 against the Highland Hill Jaguars.
See you, everybody.